Hey, my name is PolishLynx and we are going for another Sola's ending in Sunrider Liberation Day Return. And we can skip the choice of the girl we are going with. We are getting help from in our mission to save the freaking universe. Don't blow cover. This time we are not going to save the crewman. We are going to hide. That's right. However, we still have to fight that thing. And by that I mean the drone, obviously. The drone is going to be fought in the room. I need to remember to make a save later on at the correct place. So yeah, we won the battle with the drone, then we are going in the ship, we are talking with Sola again. That happened in the previous episode, so... in the previous or 2 episodes ago? I don't know yet how I will actually render it. So we'll see. It was in the previous episode or 2 episodes ago, so if you want to know what's happening here... Wait a second. Alright, so we are going to use Lynn, and with that we'll continue actually right now with the dialogue. Swap with her, take a look, nobody else difference, okay. And so here's the plan. Alright, the plan is basically the same as usual, so yeah, okay, she's telling the same thing. So basically, Claude is near the room where we'll move Chigara to, and then we are going with Sola actually to exchange. Oh, okay, no, my mistake. First of all, Claude is going to the brig to tell the Marines that are guarding Lynn from escaping. Does make sense, maybe. That she has some weird illness and it causes a freaking amazing diarrhea that will last for pretty long, and you would paint basically walls with your ass for these 3 days, and they are okay, take her, and that's how we can take her away. But at the same time, the other Claude from the universe we are in, and it's not the one that time traveled with us, is still in the room where Shigara is. So basically we need to talk with her and so on, and we will obviously complain about how a pain in the ass Shigara is, and then we are going to try and steal her holo, which of course will end in success, and so on and so on and so on. Now we are here again, this happens. The talk. I'm really sorry, but you know, reading the same thing and giving a voiceover for this, a bit of voiceover, not really professional thing, but you know, reading this, all of this really isn't easy. I really felt sometimes like losing voice a bit, but you know, let's go that way. So that happened. Check the previous episodes if you want to know what happened. So that's the talk we actually have been through. We can skip this. Yeah, so basically, yeah. And again, there is nothing around, so yeah. By that I mean no lights. And that little piece of crap escaped. Claude has chosen to leave us to our own devices. And now we have a new huge problem. The product leader laid out this trap for us, and we just step right into it. The Sunrider's main reactor has been remotely shut off. Without it, we won't be able to transmissions and Fontana and Loyal's fleet. Okay. How can we restore the ship power? Get engineering able to restore. Log, but maybe I can undo whatever the prototype has done to our systems. But wait, the Sunrider also has an emergency FTL transmitter which operates on separate battery pack. It's all the way down the deck to section 37, but if we get to it, we could get a message sent to Fontana even without power. 37 is far from here. While destroying the ship's power, adopt the power of their consuming as well. So as well, and then you decide which task to prioritize. Restore the ship's power, then we're sitting duck. Once packed attacks on the other hand, I dab, I can just waltz into engineering and show my face to the crew without getting detained by ship car. And if I get captured before relaying the message to Montana, then we have no choice but to allow her to enter the mainstream, or else we'll all be killed when the prototypes assume control of Fontana's fleet. Feeling kinda better send Fontana the warning before revealing myself. Really? We go to the back of home first, then we go engineering and store power. Understood. Alright. Explain to me specifically what the backup com. It's one of your systems which keep operating under battery power when the ship loses power like this. Basically, when the ship's disabled, we need to be able to breathe and call for help. That's why life support and the FTL com keep working. It's a lot more limited than the regular ones, for we can only transmit a text speed less than 120 characters in length, and the message can only be broadcast on the intergalactic distress and rescue channel, and that's a message, text message. You can write longer text messages on your phone right now. Another problem is that the batteries are still nowhere powerful enough to power life support for the entire ship. There's going to get really thin on deck 2 real fast. I've entered wars, over the road ahead looks long. Yeah, all the lifts and traps are flying as well, so we'll be crawling through about 300 meters of maintenance tools necessary. Let us hurry. Okay, let's go. Yeah, we were descending actually. So, hurry up! Sola Steve was chattering, but she otherwise did not exhibit any signs of hypothermia. I can still carry on. Alright, we're about halfway there. It's only going to get colder from here on out. Keep already moving and tell me if you lose sensation through extremities. Understood. We could go ourselves. Actually, we went by ourselves only in plots ending there. 40 minutes later, they nearly arrived at their destination. Unfortunately, the latter half of the trip took longer than expected thanks to the bitter cold. Shield's head spun thanks to lack of oxygen, which only made the numbness of his fingers and toes worse. Shit, I confirm how much I hated the cold. Remember, you used to complain to Ava every day during the winter about our school uniforms. True. That happened when we had a little bit of flashback from the past. The military uniforms we have now are of course made from thermoware and can retain body heat much better than wool, but we need something closer to the plug suit to keep us protected against the elements like this. Sola's face was even paler than usual as she trembled weakly in the cold. Are you right, Sola? Yeah, unfortunately. For this and world. You're right, you were born there, aren't you? Yeah, I'm afraid the cold is an alien experience. I didn't think that section 37 would get this cold. Sola looks like she's in pretty bad shape. We're almost there, Sola. Just hang on a bit longer. Understood. Finally, Shields arrived at a tiny alcove in his tunnel. With trembling hands, he removed the wall panel, exposing the controls of the FTL com. Icicles hung from the comms cables, while a thin layer. Alright, I know. And there is the problem because one of the cable is not plugged, and well, receptor is frozen. So we are taking. Is something the matter? Someone accidentally left a couple of plug. Won't be able to turn the command about. Better 7 frozen solid. Perhaps my lifelong misfortune is sabotaging the mission. Shit. Alright, so basically we are using 2 other cables to. That's right, to do this. And combox a secondary burst. Alright, the sparks flew and so on. And then we uncrossed it in panic, compressed it was now melted. That's right. And that we can plug in and then plug in the cable and so on. Did it work or did it just melt my only call? We could do it for run. Okay, it worked. It worked, and basically we sent that freaking warning to Fontana. And hopefully someone will see this. And let's go out of this freaking place. His worst fears came to pass when he heard a toot behind him. Shields turned around to see Sola passed out on the steel flooring of the maintenance tunnel. Sola! He rushed over to her and checked her vitals. Thankfully she was still breathing, but her palms were icy cold and she was hyperventilating due to exhaustion and oxygen deprivation. Shit, I should never have brought Sola here. Her body is not accustomed to cold. Should have remembered she's from Farport. Her stomach was twitching as she gagged for air, saliva bubbling at the corner of her mouth. At this rate, she was going to suffer brain damage due to the lack of oxygen or lose her limbs when her body water froze. In desperation, she tore his coat off and wrapped it around Sola. He gasped as the winter air assaulted his body. Shit, that's not going to work. Without my coat, we're both going to freeze to death. I don't have another choice. I'm sorry, Sola. He lifted Sola's trembling body up against him, straddling her legs around his waist and wrapping their arms against each other. He then used his coat as a makeshift blanket, wrapping both of them inside. His personal embarrassment be done. He had to warm Sola up before her life was in danger. Thankfully, Sola's slender body was small enough to fit inside his coat and not too heavy to hold in his lap. Come on, Sola, live! After over an hour of being wrapped around Shield's body, Sola's breathing finally normalized. She opened her eyes again. Huh? Shield sighed in relief. You collapsed because of hypothermia. I managed to warm your body back up, but we should still take the return trip slowly. Can you still feel your hands and feet? Yeah, it appears you have saved me from the worst case scenario. You have my gratitude. No, protecting your life is my responsibility as captain. It was my mistake bringing you here. I should have known you weren't used to the cold. No, who knows what may have happened if you undertook this mission alone. I proved to be nothing but a dead wave. Because of my weakness, we have lost valuable time. You should have merely left me behind. It would have been the sound decision, as your mission is far too great to be compromised by a single person. Yes, again, how many times do I have to repeat myself? Stop it, Sola! For the last time! You're not a pawn to be sacrificed! I'm not going to throw you away. I'm sorry. Sola's face blushed as I cradled her. She spoke softly, her words barely a whisper. You are warm. You can stay like this as long as you want. Your body still hasn't regained its full strength yet. Understood. She could feel her body relax. Holding like this in such a scandalous position. Don't worry about the thing, Sola. This is for our survival. I won't take this the wrong way. You won't take it in the wrong way? All of a sudden, Sola pouted in his arms. So she wants me to take it in the wrong way then. Women are so complicated. Was this sudden awkward mood? She's so close to me that I can feel her heart pounding. Was it always pounding that weekly before? Sola raised her hand and put it around his back. Then, it's for survival only. Yeah, rest up, Sola. We've still got a long way back. Yes, Captain. I understand now. So, what do you understand? A great many things. How we came to be there, while Saga yearns for your other soul, why my heart beats so terribly right now. Sola. I'm sorry, I have overstepped my position. We still have the mission. I cannot afford to distract you, not until the massacre has been averted. Then, perhaps in the next universe, we'll finally... Somewhere in his heart, he wanted this situation to continue, but his duty to the mission came first. For now, he would have to swallow his feelings. Ready to continue. Let us hurry. We have already lost too much time. Alright, keep close, and let me know if you need to take another break. Understood. Sola finally peeled herself off shields. The two of them shivered as the icy air hit them nearly as sharply as the loneliness of being separated. They once again returned to slowly crawl back to deck 1. 47 hours before massacre, and 11 until that piece of crap enters the mainstream. Alright, we are back. Understood, I shall keep a lookout and warn you if the counter card sheet makes appearance. Okay, I'll go down there and see. And then, yeah. Sunrider's under attack. Alright, we are being attacked and yeah. We are at the core now? Oh yeah. Ikari! Hello! No use, Vapor, okay. The same thing, yes. Okay, let's go, move! Let's go inside. I know already where is the command panel. Oh, sorry, console. And I will freaking make it repair. Then I will run the wrong way, and then I will make myself run the correct way to get escape from this place, because I have only 20 seconds to survive. Of course I did it. She suddenly realized that what he was doing when pulled himself off the mercenary. Oh yeah, good job with the fix, Kari. You too, Captain. What? It's not like I call you because I like raving. I was just relieved, that's all. In any matter, I'm relieved the ship is now operational again. Thankfully, the attack seems to have subsided for now. Perhaps the power fleet has fallen back. Their celebration was abruptly cut short. Marines, alright. So that happened before, obviously Marines, and obviously that piece of crap, the past Kato, who is still blind to what is the true danger around. Alright, and Ava is... Yeah, no she can't. Don't trust her. No! Are you fucking kidding me? That's right, that's the same you actually text us before, so we can skip this. So basically she says she will help everything and she will, you know, make everything fine, but why do you put these stupid flashbacks? I don't care about them at all. So, Kato Shields. I will freaking save the game now, because from this point on we will continue the next endings actually. Save. A lot of saves, I know. What? Oh, okay. Right, let's escape from the ship with Sola. Change the future, respond to mine. Offload that. Okay, Shields whispered Sola. We're going to make a run for it. We need to escape the ship. Seraphim, you can do it. Yes. Even this life and the students on site betrayed not a flicker of hesitance. She had already decided that she would follow Shields into whatever hellfire he may come his way a long time ago. Alright, stay safe, Sola. Fear not. Today it shall be I who protects you. Sola took a deep breath and her eye began to glow. What? She suddenly shoved Shields down the floor. Before the Marines could react, she had already drawn her holster pistol. Within the palm of a blink, she unloaded the light clip into each of the Marines' shins. She rolled behind the console as the surviving Marines took their aims off Shields and sprayed her with stun rounds. Sparks flew as the rounds impacted against the console. Shit, Captain, this way! Ava grabbed hold of the other Kaito Shields before he could protest and shove him out of the engineering overhead the Claxon rank. Crawled to the console beside Sola and drew his own pistol. We're gonna be overrun with reinforcements soon. Unfortunately, that was all the ammo I had. Damn. She peered over the console and saw a horde of Marines in the hallway outside of the engineering coming into the reinforce the injured squad. It went for them to handle. Ah shit, this is nuts! Ikari pounded the console. Fire retardant sprays activated throughout the room, and the engineering gate sealed shut, locking the reinforcements out. Ikari, you're... Of course she's on my side. She's always on my side. That's right. But I just saw you save the ship. And from what I just saw of the logic bomb that shoot down the reactor, I'm thinking that you're saying about the cheese structure, right? So looks like you can count me on this, Cap. Right, help us escape the ship. Copy. The trio entered the rig. Alright, so we escape basically, right? We fight them, we neutralize them. Cap catch, toss the rifle. Okay, it has 20 stun rounds and 3 bullets, so we will use them later, probably. At least with Asaga, we use them later. So let's see how this will go. There are Sunrider's hangar. Come on, let's hitch a ride on this thing. Alright, so it's a buggy. Alright, it's the same thing as with Asaga. So basically we are using a buggy to go. However, she's the one shooting now. Well, we're here, let's go. Understood. Final shoot, nearest. Okay, they are down. Sure hope this thing can accommodate too. Get us out of here, Sola. Wrong voice. Sola shut the copy and activated the Seraphim. Kari's voice came through the launch holder. I've managed to clear out the control room, manning this place. Seraphim will clear for launch. Okay. We owe you one, Ikari. Seriously, once this is over, I think I'm gonna owe me some drinks, as well as dang good explanation. Until then, I'll be waiting. Godspeed. The hangar alarm rang and the crew scrambled out as the main airlock opened. The SRAM locked onto the liner rail. It appears we are not wearing plug suits. Please hang on, the G-force of the launch will be quite powerful. Oh, great. Oh, Sorry. Shields braced himself against the cockpit's fire wall as the liner waved flying. The Seraphim on the hangar. Everything became a blur as the blood in his body flowed to the back of his body. The Seraphim emerged out of the front of the ship, into a field of fire. Flak rounds exploded around them, while lasers beams split the black void of space like thunder. Unless the pack ships were tangled, obviously, and they were fighting each other, and so on. I'll use the chaos to the battle we draw. Please hang on in case of unexpected turbulence. Alright. Let's go. Avoid that straight laser. Opposite side, a homing missile headed straight towards them. With an urgent maneuver, Sola spun their sharp and drive. The missile adjusted its course after them, directly into a wall of flak. Cockpit shoot damage except already battered the body. He felt nausea building up him as the sphere shook and revolved around the Seraphim's evasive maneuvers. I'm sorry? It's not your fault, Sola, it's that he was being comfortable on the Sunrider, okay? If he was also using a rider, I would have so much more respect for him as a captain. I mean, come on, captain. He shouldn't be the one hiding behind all of the other, not really soldiers, but let's say companions, but should be the one leading them. Get us out. Alright, understood. Packed unit! Beeline for position. Seraphim opened fire, keeping its right thruster with a well-placed time. The prototype unit spun in circles as it lost control. Two more coming from both! Shh. The Seraphim revolved above and loose underground, catching one of the prototype units directly in the gut. Its reactor exploded in a blue fireball, sending its limbs flying. Second prototype unit opened fire, spraying the Seraphim with pulse balls. Sola slammed the thruster, sending shields flying to the roof of the cockpit. The bolts sailed safely past behind them. I am. Don't worry. Understood. The prototype unit loosed a rack of files. They streamed towards the Seraphim like a horde of raptors. Sola twisted the control stick, sending the Seraphim into a spiraling dive, straight into the flak wall of the Nanaean's battleship. She gritted her teeth as her eye ignited blue. Hang on! With the Seraphim through the battleship flak rounds, explosions popping around the rider but never hitting. Missiles were nowhere as skilled as dodging the flak and imploded behind the Seraphim. Sola spun her rider once more and took aim. The third prototype unit disappeared in a brilliant flash of blue as Sola once again bull's-eyed its reactor. Heh. She had spilled himself from the cockpit's wall, bruised but still conscious. Did we get the last of them? No, because the massive rider appeared and that one struck terror into our hearts. Shit. Huh, so that's where we were heading! Mandatory missions! 9% raising part gun and took aim. But before it could fire, it was ended in explosions. Phoenix Paladin, coming to assist! Yes. I'm your enemy, prototype! The Phoenix raced ahead and came at 9% katana draw. Alright, and they fight basically, the two of them. Striking thrusters, leaving the 9% carrying Kriska. You two, don't die! Shh! She's built his hands fist, his art. We thought his heart remained with the order of the above, but his own mission was too great to abandon. Yeah, so basically we run away. Everything leads to Liberation Day Massacre, and we are here waiting. As before, as with a saga. Oh, I spoiled a bit if you haven't watched it before. Well, never mind. So basically, this is the place where the celebration of winning, not really winning, saving the day, kind of, is. Just be not, that will be true with this mission. Yeah, I'm the better marksman, I shall take the shot. No, from this distance, not even I can miss with a scope. This is my mission. It's the reason why I was sent here. I'm going to be the only one to bear this burden. It is mine to carry. Doing his best to force a smile on his face, Shields put his hand on top of Sola's head and patted her soft hair. You just stand guard, make sure our position is detected. Understood. The two of them once again sat down and waited. Finally, the moment came. The award hall was filled with guests. Shields grabbed the rifle and looked down through his scope. Sure enough, he could see himself and Chigara sitting in the front table. She stood and walked towards the stage. This is it. Sweat dripped down his nose. despite the air-conditioned hall. He could hear his temples pounding as blood coursed through his head. If his heart pounded any longer, he feared he would go deaf. He trained the crosshairs between Shigara's eyes. All he would have to do is pull the trigger, then none of the nightmares of the past would happen. The Admiral would not be shot before his very eyes, not that we really care about him. The Alliance officers would not be gunned down, that's actually a bad thing. The Alliance would not attempt to unleash the tactical paradox core upon his home world. The galaxy would not be thrust into a massive war to be bitter end. His ship would not be lost in a final suicide attack. He would instead return home. At the end of a hard-fought war, he would finally return to that mountain and bury his sister. Bury her so deep that her ghost would no longer haunt him in his nightmares. Aye. Memories flashed by in his head. This crap again. No, we don't want Baker here. We don't want to spend life with her. Right now, unfortunately, I have to save the game again, because at one point we have to load from here, but also at one point we have to load from this point. Alright, I'm pulling the trigger obviously, because that's what I will do, and I don't even have to think about it. Shield split his eyes open and summoned all the strength in his body, or as he knew he would poke out at the last moment. He jammed everything he had within his fingers, and pulled the trigger. A single sharp crack of the rifle echoed through the hall. She took the bullet directly to the head. He kept his eyes open. The back of her skull burst open, splattering the floor with her brain and blood. She crumpled to the floor, her face contorting with pain. Finally, her face came to rest upon an expression of relief. Alice had finally died, leaving her with just a split second of knowledge that Alice's final desperate plan to destroy all that they had accomplished had failed. The light faded from her eyes as she relished Alice's defeat. With that, Alliance servicemen burst into the room and evacuated the Alliance dignitaries. Everyone else ran from the room, crouched down and covering their heads, except for the other shields, who ran to the stage and crowded her dead body. The massacre was thwarted, the future was saved. Shields crumpled down to the floor, sobbing. He had succeeded. I did it. Changed the history. I won. And yet he felt nothing but a black void in his heart. Bullshit. Soren blessed him with all the heart, trying to comfort him in his darkest moment. Yeah, Captain, you have won. This is our victory. Everyone has been saved. Sola. He sobbed into her shoulder. I killed her. And in the end, she was relieved. Shh, you needn't worry about that. I'm here, am I not? From now on, I shall provide whatever she did. You mustn't cry, Captain. You are my hero! You are everyone's hero. Shin's Mary sobbed in horror at what he just done. And so, the time has been rewritten. That's right, a time paradox appeared. And after the outro we will hear what happened afterwards. How the world changed for us. After pulling the trigger, it wasn't really great for Asaga's ending. Because we could pull the trigger with her as well. However, that would lead to the alternative ending back then. No, I seriously, I would pull the trigger in a situation like that. Without a doubt, because I had no, feelings for Chigara at all. And that's true. Basically, I never liked her. Plus, it is said that she was being controlled by prototypes, but let's face it, she might have been controlled by them all the time actually. And it's not like she actually had the real personality. Her own personality. I know some people will hate me still for saying that. But that's life. Sat in his bed in an apartment. Alright, so it's the same as before. So basically just like... Yeah, it changed him forever. He is no longer on Sunrider or anything, but he's making a minor desk job. And yeah, and he's living with his loving wife Sola, who vanished from the Galactic stage along with him and never single-handedly healed his wounds. Fall deeper in depression, I don't know the reason for that. She watched over him with nothing but a gentle smile. Every night she stroked his head. Seeing Sola trapped in relationship with him only fueled his guilt. He didn't have the mechanism to attract himself. Instead, he merely felt an enormous numbness. Numbness no longer having a purpose. For the rest of his life, he would merely wander on, working as a civil servant, picking up. Right, so that's actually the same ending as with Asaga. So they would. Oh yeah, what? Oh right, because alright, alternate ending. Okay, that's right. Sorry, I took a pen, not a correct look right now, because I pulled that trigger. Alright. Well, looks like you managed to thwart the massacre, but you still mostly screw up in the end, cause she ended up escaping when you kidnapped her. The ship lost power. Warning wasn't relayed on time. If you hadn't shot at the very end, things would pretty much have ended exactly the same as the main story. Try again, and this time don't waste time. Okay. I'm sure you'll be able to figure it out, Captain. I know. Alright, you know what? Let's go with the other ending as well right now. For I don't know if this will be... Yeah, let's go with the other ending. So basically we are not going to pull the trigger right now. Eyes clenched shut. He could not do this. He could not take her life. I don't know the reason for this. Okay, I know the reason for this. He couldn't pull the trigger because... Achievement! That's right, we need the achievement. Voices echoed in his head. Well, she's... nothing we need. If he gained the power to ride the past, he would kiss to become human. Alright, so that's as the same text as actually with Asaga. Understood. Which part I actually be beside you? I know. Smiled and took her hand. I see you. Yeah? We shall meet again. The two of them opened the door out of the hall and stepped into the building-wide void. Everything faded to nothingness, and as the universe dissolved, Shield's time translocation returned him to his own timeline. Actually, for once, I will skip even the outro. Even for the... Well, the music isn't the one I love the most in here. You know, like the main theme. Okay, and so we are here. Shields woke up beside his cabin, deep within the Tellarian desert. A full month had passed since he arrived here. Ava, Asaga, and Claude were still presumably at Truvia Prime, trying to acquire a new vessel. They had not heard back from Ikari ever since she left for uncivilized space, but he was confident she was doing fine. As for Kriska, news of her arrest had now hit the Holonet. She was imprisoned and was to stand trial before a military tribunal. However, her plan was not a total failure, as the mass media shortly thereafter uncovered evidence of the Alliance plan to destroy Sierra. While the military denied any knowledge of the plot, the Progressive Party now intended to use the testimony which will be uncovered during Kriska's trial to unravel the United Universalists' control over the war. In other words, Kriska was at least right about one thing. The Alliance did find the truth of what happened in Sierra. In the end, that may have been the only reason why she turned herself in. Sola appeared on a hoverbike, towing a cart full of clear plastic plating behind her. I have returned from my expedition to the settlement. There is still no word of any development at Truvia Prime. As such, we should take measures to ensure we can sustain ourselves for the long term. I have acquired those materials to construct a greenhouse next to our cabin, wherein we will be able to grow produce. Sola's planning to settle in here for the long term. She might be right. After all, acquiring a new ship comparable to the Sunrider is pretty unlikely. No, I had to keep such thoughts from my head. He had to remain optimistic, but with each passing day he became more despondent. A second prototype assault carrier was not simply going to fall on their laps. Shield blinked. What had he been doing out here, standing in the dry desert hid by himself? He eventually recollected an urgent mission, to prevent something. But what? Hey Sola, do you remember something weird happening during your trip? Like you lost consciousness for a moment? No. Does your health fail you? Continued exposure to desert heat could easily lead to momentary loss of consciousness as well as hallucinations. You should return to the cabin. Alright. He started walking back indoors. Sola must be right. He was constantly sweltering in the heat now. No wonder his memories were becoming murky. However, he looked back and looked at Sola. Somehow, she looked much prettier than he last remembered. Must be the heat making my hormones all jumpy. Why do you stare at me so? Nothing. I'm just glad we could still be together. Yes, as am I. No matter what happens, we'll face it together, Sola. Understood. I shall. See you later. Yep. See you later, Sola. With that, Shields entered the cabin, and a last memory of his little trip through time completely wiped from his mind. Okay! So did you decide to keep the past exactly the same after all? The work went through, they'll send you back in time. You really hope this, Captain. To see a better outcome? Find a way to prevent. Alright, I know, you... Let's get that last landing from Sola's route. So basically, we are going to get a saga to kill that little trash. Escapes first option. Looks like you don't have a choice. Shield Solo and Cassette are unavailable. Shigara had to be stopped at all costs, or else humanity will be thrust into a pointless bloody war. He turned to Sola and whispered new instructions to her. I'm going to try myself. Pretend I took you hostage and trick you into doing everything. Sortie on the Seraphim. Asaga will attempt to kill Shigara during the battle. Make sure she succeeds. She nodded. Understood. With that, Shield put his hands on top of his head. Alright, surrender! But I'm willing to talk. Another thing the prototypes are planning to do for the remainder of the battle. You need me if you're going to survive. Captain, while the prototype could certainly be trying to deceive us, he has just saved the ship by restoring power to the reactor. Perhaps he seeks to become a double agent and betray the prototypes in the end. We could at least hear out what he has to say. Alright, you have something else to say. We could use all the help we can reach. We're taking you, Captain. Prototype. I'm not prototype. Surrender peacefully and we won't harm you. We'll escort you to the bridge in Hiccups, where you'll have us defeat the prototypes. If you try to pull anything, my marines will notice it to kill you on spot. Alright. Marines' shields, rifles bound his wrists. Okay. Oh, I have no idea what just happened. It appears we have been deceived. This captain was merely prototype imposter. This is messed up in almost every possible way. We just have to accept it for now. Come on, get to Hungary to defend this ship from Pact. Alright, I'm on my way. Acknowledged. Alright, we are at the bridge. Never thought I'd become a captive on my own bridge. He could tell the battle situation was already tense. Thanks to the Sunrider losing power, the chronology of events he was familiar with had been forever altered. Instead of the Sunrider re-entering the battle after finishing its resupply operation, the Loyal Pact fleet had advanced and launched an offensive while the ship was powered down. In other words, the timing of events had now moved forward. By now, most of the Sunrider's riders had already sorted. Within moments, the little piece of crap would likely enter the mainstream to restore Fontana's control over the Allied Pact fleet and sorry. This is the pivotal moment. I have to end this now. I won't get another shot at this. He heard Kriska's voice crack to the recon. Sir, the Navy was sent coming around from other pass. We've been hitting it with everything we've got, but our weapons are ineffective. Prototype, what do you know about that Ascendant? Ancient Ruvian rider used by Sunrider who vanished a million ago. Defeating it won't be easy, but if you stick it with enough lead, it will go down like anything else. But be careful, the prototype leader pointing it also can awaken, just like Asaga and Sola. I see. The only way we're going to down the monster is if the entire combined fleet and the Allied Pact fleet hits it with everything they got. How soon can it begin? Anytime. No, wait! If she enters my stream, then you will assure your own destruction. The prototype leader will transfer consciousness to her body and use it to prepare the destination of America and every single Alliance military leader gather at the victor's celebration. Captain, we must consider the risk. Prepare to enter my stream, you little girl! What a fucking idiot. Captain! Commander, if we don't get Fontana's ships into the battle right now, the entire combined fleet will be lost. Does Prototype have any other ideas on how to win? Shh. There's got to be some way we can weave out Fontana. Sunrider shook as it took more hits. In front of them, the Nightmare Ascendant's flyer drones danced around on Alliance carrier as they curved into pieces. The entire carrier burst into a massive fireball, sending a piece of its launch platform flying through the gut of a cruiser. A smaller vessel listed sideward as its fuel tanks lit on fire, burning its crew alive. We have to trust her. No, we don't. I know she's not product, she's one of us. Bullshit! Trump card, please. What a joke. It's like saying in the natural cards, like the card with number 2 is your trump card. Seriously. That's exactly what the prize wanted to do. We have to continue without Fontana's fleet and face further defeat. Captain, the present wars do have merit. The chief engineer of his vessel could easily have embedded the logic down which shut down our ship. Further, if she's into the prototype's fine, and it stands to reason that she could be mind controlled as suggested by a prisoner. A sound course of action may be to permit her to enter the mind stream to under the prototype's control over the Allied fleet for now, but then to detain her after the danger has passed. Burning embers glowed inside the other shield's eyes. She's a spy! There's no way she would be working for the enemy! It's just like when... be there... bullshit. Sweat dripped down Sheet's face as he heard his past self rave in madness. He closed his eyes. Yeah, this was the me of the past. A fool, a dangerous fool. Captain, you have become emotionally compromised. You are feigning to apprise the situation rationally. I cannot permit you to lead this ship when you are basing your decisions solely on your... Enough! I will not allow you to slander our chief engineer. To think I cannot school my friend. Sheet has completely lost his mind. His piece of crap. Just what kind of lies have this piece of crap been feeding him lately? For all intents or purposes, he's falling completely under prototype's control. That's true. That's what happened. There is no hope of ever convincing him now. Gary's voice cut through the com. Oh, Captain, second message, what are you supposed to do? What? I'm sorry, Captain. Not you being tricked. I'm doing this for the good of the ship. She is the traitor! Jack is on set course for the liberty. Asaga! Captain, I've always loved you. I'm going to protect you. This is happening exactly like my own timeline. However, Sola, can you snipe down the blackjack? I'm afraid I cannot do that. What? The captain I know would never ignore the advice of his crew. It is the other kiter ships I choose to follow. You're betraying me too? No, this is for your sake as well. With these hands, I will send you back home to Sierra, the massacre averted. Claude, use the grav gun to stop Saga! Okay. The Seraphim took aim at Bianca's arm. Eh? I will not hesitate to fire. Here! The other shields grabbed him by the scruff of the throat and lifted shields off his feet. What have you done, Saga? Why is he attacking the Liberty? Nothing. If you had been paying more attention to your crew, then you would have found out about Asaga's feelings for yourself. For a moment they faced off against each other in front of the bridge, their backs illuminated by the giant main monitor, man to man. Shields gritted his teeth. This would be where he would defeat his past self and rewrite the future. He would dirty his hands in the process by murdering Shigara. But that's not really the problem, and turn Asaga into her murderer. Well, that's the problem. I would rather kill her myself, okay? But it was a small price to pay. The security of the entire galaxy hinged on this moment. The blackjack sailed past the Bianca, the past now altered. Captain, what the hell's going on? Asaka's putting way too much stress on the blackjack's engines. It's like she's gone insane. Oh shit. And the explosion. Fuck. Down on shields. From this point on, he had no idea how events were going to unfold himself. Just what was going on. Shigara, we're both going to die together! Shields' blood went cold. No. This isn't what I thought would happen. So that's... okay. Fire on the blackjack! Shields called only once as the Sunrider screen is charged. In just a fraction of a second, the blackjack would be... Suddenly, Seraphim appeared from out of nowhere. Captain! I shall! The Sunrider screen is fired, but the Seraphim moved precisely between the blackjack and the Sunrider. The laser beam tore the Seraphim in half. Love. Oh shit! No! The Seraphim exploded, so vanished from the Sunrider's screen. Simon's blackjack collided in the Liberty. Captain, I've done it. I loved you. This is for the best. Now everyone will be safe. Shields collapsed to his knees as both the blackjack and labyrinth exploded. 3 massive explosions surrounded the ship. The deaths. 3 lives that Shields had just sent to their deaths. He wanted to scream, but nothing emerged from his throat. Instead, he was filled with the overwhelming desire to die himself. He would never be able to live with this burden. No matter what he had accomplished today, he had suffered a catastrophic defeat. No. What have I done? Alright, so now I understand why you called that ending as the worst ending. His world turned to white. I mean, we lost 2 people. Asaga and Sola. Losing someone like that, but defeating the opponent, that rubbish girl, was terrible, really. As I said, if I had to be in his shoes, I would do that myself. Time unwritten, paradox triggered. Universe collapsed. The universe which would be born in this place was only filled with different sorrows for Shields. In the end, he had only managed to trade one tragic universe for another. Yup. I think I will actually merge this ending with the other 2 we had just before. Who knew how many years had passed since that day? In the universe which emerged, Shields had discovered that the chief engineer of the Sunrider was a prototype, sleeper agent, and embarked on a secret mission to stop. Unfortunately, in their efforts to thwart the mission, Asaga and Sola tragically lost their lives. Following the death of Shigara, which we didn't really care about, Fontana managed to regain control of his ships, in the time thanks to Shields' early discovery of the Trojan virus. Together, the combined fleet and the forces loyal to Fontana defeated the remaining Pact Loyalist forces and successfully liberated Sierra. Instead of that little piece of crap, it was Shields who received a medal for thwarting her plot to assassinate the Alliance leadership, but he couldn't care less. However, the only thing which mattered to Shields were the deaths of Sola and Asaga. The last time anyone saw him was at their state memorial services. After that, he vanished, never to be seen again. Now... But you know what? Here is another crazy idea of mine. With Claude's ending, we could basically even change the endings, which are the bad endings. Holy crap! No, seriously, the variety of possible continuation of the game is huge. Shield sat at his usual spot at the Sierra National Park. He was now merely a homeless veteran from the Neutral Rim War. Nobody remembered his name anymore. In fact, people merely averted their eyes as they passed him at the park. Hardly surprising, as his face was now wrinkled with alcoholism, and his hair was matted and long. He looked a full 3 decades older than his actual age. He looked on to the pond. Peace had been won, but at such a tremendous cost. Everyone milled about, completely oblivious to the sacrifice which had to be paid to bring about this peace. Suddenly anger began to twist his heart. They all took this for granted. They had no idea what everyone went through to win the war. He took deep breaths. No, he mustn't get angry again. The local police force was already well acquainted with him, and had to remove him from the park on a number of prior occasions. Instead, he took another swig of his vodka. This was the only happiness he had left in the world. Shields continued to drink until the depressing world faded away. He kept drinking and drinking, until Sola finally appeared beside him again. Kato, you mustn't drink so much. After all, you are the hero of Sierra. Shield spoke in ragged sobs. Oh, I'm not the hero. I failed. I failed everyone. Shh. He felt Sola's warm embrace. You will always be a hero in my eyes. Captain, I'm proud of you. Sola. Shields wrapped his arms around her and sobbed into her chest. At last, he was with her again. The passerbys all averted their eyes as Shields continued to sob and rave to himself, drowning his sorrows away with nothing but more alcohol. You sure bungling this one up. Good going, hero. You managed to avert the massacre but lost half your pilots in the process. Half? A little less than half, but yeah, you've got the point. This sure makes the end of Liberation Day look pretty lame in comparison, eh? Well, put those tissues away because you still have a future to save! All this happened because you decided to use Sasaga to kill Shigara. Try again, and this time, see what happens if you choose to escape the Sunrider with Sola. I know about that already. Alrighty. Now I will actually not merge this into one. For once, I will keep the video as the length it was always supposed to be, so 15 plus. Not half an hour plus, 15 plus. So yeah, we'll see. This would be it for now. Well, and by that I mean for today actually. Tomorrow we are going with something that isn't really what I would really go through, would like to go through, but you know, sometimes you have to do this, and this game deserves it, to go through everything. The bad endings, and I think there are 7 of them. So, I'll see you in the next episodes. Bye bye.